Okay, so we have a pretty strong intro to what are sequences, arithmetic sequences or geometric sequences. You guys can recognize them. You can find the common difference and the common ratio. So today we're going to kind of reinforce that, talk about different notation that you will see, and then practice writing equations for them. Okay? So I want you to go ahead and on these three, write what the sequence, or describe the sequence.
What do you mean?
In your box, like what is this sequence? 11, 13, 15, 17.
Do we go on with it or make the equation?
No, just describe it.
Okay.
I don't know how we even describe the pattern. Goes up by 2? Or?
Goes up by 2. Yeah. Goes up by 2. Well, what do you do with the sequence? Huh?
Starts at 1.
Uh-huh. And then what?
Then it goes to 1.
Yeah. Then it goes to,
2.
and then it goes to,
8.
how'd you get the number? How do you know what the next number is?
You add the number before it.
Close, give me more information.
Like,
You add the last two.
1 plus 2 equals 3, 2 plus 3 equals 5, 5 plus 8 equals 13.
Yep, and then you do 13 plus 8.
Equals 21.
Oh yeah, 13 plus 5 is 21. 13
plus 8.
13 plus 8.
And the number before the first one would be 0, so 1 plus 0 is 1.
Well, this is the Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We learned about this last year a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a very famous sequence, and it starts with 1. The first term is 1.
Oh, 7, 3, 5, 8.
You add the two numbers before it. So,
So you're
What about the second one?
what is the
Multiply by
second
3.
one?
Oh, yeah.
Multiplying by 3s. Okay? So, which one is arithmetic?
The second one.
First one.
First one.
Oh, wait,
The
what?
second one is geometric, and the third one is neither.
Fibonacci.
It's the Fibonacci sequence, but it's neither arithmetic nor geometric. Okay. Well, what is the first term?
Up by 2.
This one. What's the first term?
11.
11. What's the fourth term? 17. Okay. Ways that we can write that. We know this one. We know a sub 1. Another way to do this is f of 1. This is called function notation, and it is expected that you know how to do it. That's an f. F of 1. Function first sequence. Function fourth sequence. I know it's in math books it's like a script F, like that,
Why?
because it is. It's, I don't know. It just is. It's in cursive, like a cursive F. Okay. So you might also see F of n, right? And that would be the nth term. So this tells you what term it is.
But that's the term, just the same.
Yep, this is called f of 1, f of 4, f of n. That's how you say it, f of.
Yeah, but
Just a different notation.
It's the same thing.
It's the same meaning. It's the same meaning as y also, except that when you see f of something, you know that it is a function. Some things are functions and some things are not functions. So if it's not a function, it might say y.
it's a function.
We're going to talk about that in the
Oh.
next thing, like Thursday. Yes.
This was something.
Yes. Okay. So these two different functions. It is important for you to know both of them, so I will be using both of them, and you need to be familiar with both of them. Okay, so we're going to use this chart. Term number 1 is 11, so that would be a sub 1 or f of 1. 13 is the second term, so that would be a sub 2 or f of 2. So go ahead and fill that out. No, because you need to do
Why do I need to make it like this?
because I want to make it very difficult for you to not do this. Okay, so go ahead and fill this all out. Go ahead and do this. Fill this all out. Okay. Are we good? We also need to do like F parentheses, I think, this right here, F of 1. This will be F of 2, F of 3, F of 4. It's the same thing, it's just different ways of writing it. And they'll expect you to recognize both of them. Okay, you should know what A sub n means, right?
And
Like the nth term.
Means all of them, or any of them.
Any of them, the nth term, kind of like some term to be determined. What is f of 6?
sixth term.
It is the 6th term, and what is the actual term right here? 21.
What's the difference between the subscript notation and the function notation?
Nothing really. They just want you to get used to
It's
this.
just like different ways to write it.
It could be y equals a sub n equals, or a of x equals, and they all are essentially the same, except sometimes if it's f of x, it will be for sure will be a function. And we're gonna get into what are functions and not functions after we do this little side vacation. Okay, a sequence whose term, an arithmetic sequence is a sequence whose term is changed by adding. And we're going to change it from adding and subtracting to just adding, because either you're going to add 3 or you're going to add negative 3, right? So we're going to change that just a little bit. Arithmetic is adding. You're either going to add a positive number, it's going to go up, or you're going to add a negative number, go down. Okay? Yes, no? Okay. I'm going to go with yes. Let's look at these formulas that are on your page.
Didn't erase the 21.
Yes. What formulas could produce the sequence we've been talking about? The first one. Let's go. 11 plus 2 times n minus 1. So let's say the term was 3, and we put 3 in there. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 11 is 15. So those match each other. What about 2 times n? Does 2 times n work?
No,
It doesn't work. Tell your neighbor why 2 times n doesn't work.
yeah, because it's not giving you the start.
John, 2 times n doesn't work.
Why not?
Just doesn't. It's not how it
It
works.
doesn't seem right.
Doesn't seem
Yeah,
right.
it's not how it works.
Okay. What about n plus 2? Because you're adding 2 each time. Does that work?
No. Yes. No.
Because you're adding 2n, not just 2.
I'll let mine work. It might.
Well, right. But we said up here you just add 2, right?
But you're starting at 11.
Oh, we're starting at
Oh,
11.
yeah, that's right.
The first term is 11. Let me ask you this. What is the 0 term?
What's it?
Mm-mm.
1.
9.
9.
A sub 0 is 9. F of 0 is 9, right? So the function, the Minnesota way, the Minnesota way is going to be A sub n equals 9 plus 2n. I want you to write this down because the Minnesota way, they're going to ask you this.
Who's asking us?
What is n? Where am I going to get 9 from every time I write this equation?
The
0.
The 0, not the first term, the 0 term.
Who does this?
The 0 term. But,
Wait, so you're gonna use the 0 term all the time?
yep. I want you to look at this though, right here. That's 11 plus 2 times n minus 1, right? Let's simplify this right here. 2 times n is 2n. 2 times negative 1 is minus 2. 11 plus 2n minus 2. 11 and negative 2, that's going to be 2n minus 9.
Yes.
Oh,
Plus 9, my bad.
What do you say?
it's Monday.
It's the same thing.
Oh.
Just tell me.
It's the
math
same
will never
thing.
Make sense again.
What?
Math will never make sense.
It will.
How do you have 11 2n to turn into 2n plus 9?
11 plus 2n minus 2.
Why did you get
Wait,
minus
wait, wait,
2?
Because I distributed here.
Wait, but look, if you put 4 in for n, then that's
You
that's
keep the 2n, but you
8,
still have
and then
it.
that would get you 17, so I was in.
Oh yes, go from having
Oh yeah, because it's
1
a
2,
no.
now
Look
you
at
have 2 2.
see, because the 2n in the middle, and then you're gonna take 2 from the 11. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's kind of
You probably should have done the 2n on the far left.
I should have just rewritten it.
Yep,
Yeah.
I've lost all hope for my grades.
So you're just being.
This is the everyone heard
But
of.
they've been gone for a
I
while.
don't really care. They've heard it so many times, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
true.
matter.
What?
What?
Me.
You.
Okay, I want you to find the 100th
Tell
term.
me your ratio's
What?
not in all the way.
Why would we
Probably.
Does that bother you?
Yeah, it really does.
What colors?
So this one,
You put the eraser.
and this one, and then a sub n equals 2n plus the 0 term 9.
Mm.
What is the 100th term?
209.
100 is going to be the term. So a sub 100
What did I put in my calculator?
equals 2 times 100
207.
plus 9.
209.
209.
I did it. 209.
Why would it,
What's my
I
prize?
thought when you did the
Where did you
basic,
get
like,
7?
number, I thought it always had to be n minus 1.
Okay.
She took the.
If we simplify, if we distribute this, then it's going to be 11 plus 2n minus 2. I'll rewrite that so that we are combining, we're rewriting it so that like terms are together. 11 minus 2 is 9.
Yeah, we dropped the light.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I want, but we want to.
Does that make sense? Yeah. And again, Leah, this is how Minnesota wants you to recognize it.
Yeah, Minnesota's right, that's easier.
It is easier.
What state doesn't want you to recognize it? Is that?
Every other state.
Well, Washington is not a state. Some will be Washington.
It actually is a.
They are actually, well, there is a state, Washington, but they're trying to make Washington D.C. be a state.
They can't.
Do people care about Washington State at all, though?
I do. I have family that lives in Washington State. That's
No one
why.
cares. All they have is a big
Yeah, that's
needle. They have some
Oh my
big
gosh.
needle and a bunch of
Maybe it's
rings.
Washington State is.
And Amazon.
There's only
we
one
should just
state in that.
I feel like
And
we could-
Amazon.
We should just disconnect
Who uses
California and set
Amazon?
them in the ocean.
Okay.
Lots of people.
Class.
How dare you assume my...
I'm gonna give you about 4 minutes to do 1, 2, and 3. Is it arithmetic? And if it is, find the difference. Find the difference. Is it arithmetic or not?
That's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I'm California.
Okay.
Oh, then you say the blank?
I didn't know.
What she told us to. Even at 8.
Okay.
Is that right?
No, it's not.
It's not correct because it's being multiplied by 2. So it's actually geometric. So yeah, that's correct. Yes. Yes.
Who's coming? What should I write for there?
Not. You don't do anything.
Wait, what if it has a D equals?
Are we gonna
Just
have
darn it.
homework?
Then don't write anything.
Are you gonna give us homework?
Yes.
We just had a test to do though.
Yeah, I feel like the homework's smooth.
I'm very stressed.
Wait, is it on this sheet?
Yeah, Ryan.
I am sure.
I'm
Is
stressed
it about
with
this
tests.
sheet of paper?
Yeah.
It
Yes.
does not rhyme.
Logan?
Okay. So this one, what is D?
10.
10.
What is A sub 0?
10.
10. How'd you get that?
Because I'm smart.
Yes.
It's plus 10, so then you minus
Yeah,
Stop
you just
ruining
keep
my
going.
moment.
So if we were going to write an equation, it would be A sub n equals 10n plus 10.
Why? Wait, what?
What? Wait, what?
And then because that's the common difference, and plus 10 because that's the 0 term.
I trust Sierra.
Oh,
That,
I trust Sierra, yeah.
that,
Okay.
what
The
the?
question is,
What in the name
Okay, I kinda understood, but whatever we
Mr.
just
Hale.
did,
10n plus 10.
just made
no,
that
but I'm
much
talking about the
more.
formula that we would use to figure this
Said
out.
what in the name of
A sub
Mr.
n
Hale?
equals,
Oh, yeah.
distance, no,
Difference.
I'm gonna go home.
We would not care.
Okay, what about this one? What is D?
-2.
D is -2. Good. What is A sub 0?
1, -1.
It's -1. How did we get that?
Oh, we did or we pretty much reversed it. Add 2.
Okay, so to find the Minnesota equation, you're going to do A sub n equals the difference times n plus the 0 term.
It's so, wouldn't it be
It
negative?
is so easy.
Wouldn't it be minus 1?
Yes, it would.
Oh, God.
This is the A sub 0. That's the 0 term.
I'm gonna be a front row.
Oh, what'd you say?
So is my brother. I go front row. He asked if we're good.
Yes?
How's your class? Or no, it's not in your video.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to match. We're going to write the equations.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not nice.
How do we feel about this now? Good, middle, completely lost? Okay. Let's, I'm going to erase this. Let's go down to the part where it says match this sequence with its formula. We're not going to do matching. We're just going to write it.
Your mom.
Okay. First thing I want us to do, I want us to find this A sub 0 for each one. First step, go find A sub 0 for each of these.
Oh, yeah.
So to find A sub 0, we're going to go backwards. This is going 9, 8, 7, 6. So if this is the first term, that means the next one down
First or easiest?
is
Right
going to be
next to
5.
it. Oh.
Does that make sense?
So, this company, the 0 thingy is the last term,
No, like this.
whatever, ending whatever the sequence is.
It's one more term. It's like going back
So
one more.
if the sequence is plus 4, basically -4.
Exactly. Does that make sense?
Freddie Lucas.
Thanks, Logan.
You're welcome.
Okay. Let's find all the a sub zeros.
Hey, wait, hold on. I'm trying to do it.
Okay, on the ones on the right, those are a bit confusing.
I told you not to do anything with those.
I know, I'm just, oh, okay.
If you want to, though, you can.
Nah.
Wait, number 5 is -5?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, -5, or number 5 is +5.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is +5.
No, stop.
Let him in. Sit down.
No, we all had to make a big noise about it, so now we can't leave now.
I got the PS5.
Oh, never mind.
Number 7 is -5.
Number 7 is -5?
No, we also got Tom.
Oh, yes, it is. Are you talking about the different part? If so, then yes.
The difference here is what, adding 6, subtracting 6. So what's the first a sub 0? The first a sub 0 is what? 5. The second a sub 0 is 5. The third a sub 0 is -6. The fourth a sub 0 is
-5.
and the sixth a sub 0 is 1. Okay? So the difference here is +1, right? So the equation is a sub n equals n plus 5. How would we write that in function notation? F of n equals n plus 5. Okay. Number 2, a sub 0 is 5, and what is d? D is -5, right? So the equation is going to be a sub n equals -5n plus 5. It's going to be the common difference times n plus a sub 0.
Is that for number 5?
Yeah, that's for number 5.
What's the answer then? What is that?
Number 5, a sub n equals -5n plus 5.
Wait, where'd you get the -5? Because that's the difference?
Yep, -5 is the difference.
So like you see?
So for number 6, the difference is 1, right? It's going up by 1 each time. So for number 6, we would have a sub n equals d, which is 1, n plus the 0, which is -6. Thank you, Sam. Oh. Well, that actually isn't going to be helpful too. Yeah.
Is that divide by 6?
What? This should be not dividing.
A sub n equals 1n minus 6.
Yeah, a sub n equals 1n minus 6.
So it's
So the first number is always d, the difference.
so there's no addition sign, it's just -6.
Yeah.
So if it's a negative number, you don't add addition sign.
Right, you could just do n, you could do n plus -6 if you wanted to, but that makes it easier.
Okay, yeah, that
That needs help, he wasn't here.
Okay, so that's number 6. Let's look at number 7. So Sam, what we've pretty much done is we have taken the Minnesota way, which is a sub n equals the difference times n, just the variable, plus a sub 0. So we've done these. If you look at number 7, the difference is -6, and the a sub 0 is -5. So when we write the equation, it's going to be a sub n equals the difference, which is -6n, and then plus the a sub 0. Yes? The difference times n plus a sub 0.
Wait, why would it be negative 6?
Read positive thing.
It'd be positive.
Oh, shoot, thank you.
7.
Positive 6.
Would the number 8 be negative?
Number 8 is negative 6,
So
yep.
it'd be 8n.
So this should be a to the n equals negative 6n plus 1. How do we feel about this? Yes? No? Thumbs up? Thumbs okay.
I don't like this, Miss Tommy. I don't like it.
You don't get it?
I don't
No,
like it.
no, I said I'll forget it.
Oh, well that's why you'll have homework.
Is it a lot of homework?
No.
Have you put my late work in the grade book yet?
What late work are you talking about?
The quiz and that maze thing.
No, I haven't yet, but I will make sure I'm looking at that soon.
Check out my graphs.
Yeah. Okay, so I want you to take a look at these graphs. Because you can look at these graphs and tell whether it's going to be positive or negative, and if it's going to be an arithmetic or it's going to be a geometric sequence. So, first thing we're going to do is plot these points.
Is it XY for the?
It's always going to be xy, yep. And an f of n. Remember, f of n is also like y equals f of n equals. So this should be f of 6, f of 7, f of 8, f of 9.
So it's literally the same thing as an.
Yes.
So what, but like, is there an explanation for why there's 2?
In the future, when you see f of n,
Yes.
you're going to know it's a function. A of n is pretty much only sequences. Like right now we're doing those sequences. It's a of n is pretty used only for sequences.
What's the difference between a function and a sequence?
Well, a sequence is a function, but a function is not
I
always.
actually didn't use the math.
Yeah, go ahead.
I graphed it.
Good. So we've got. Are these all by 6s?
So it's
I mean by 1s. Yes, sir.
nice, nice, nice.
They're by 1s.
Yes. Go by
Yeah, we
1s.
go up by 5.
So 1 over 6 up.
It's just number 5. It's number 4, isn't it? Up there.
Where would a sub n be? I mean, a sub 0.
Then that one, 5.
The y-intercept, right?
Yeah,
The y-intercept.
you missed it.
When y equals 0, that's the slope-intercept. The y-intercept. When x is 0. Okay. Dude. Number 5. Oh shoot, we erased it. What is the equation for number 5?
Wait, what defeats this 0, negative 5, negative 10, negative
A sub n equals negative 5n plus 5.
So it would be up here.
Where are you hitting?
Yeah, I'm kind of lost.
Number 5 here. We did that already together.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Wait, this, it's wait. The line like this is
Just pretend you understand it.
the,
Intercept the axes, yeah.
Oh, it's 7 minutes off.
Okay. Okay. Class. This asks you to do matching. Don't do the matching.